The other part of the phone call that they are looking at between Pecker and Trump, he asks Pecker, or he tells Pecker, I should say, I spoke to Michael. Karen is a nice girl. That line stands out, right? Because he seems to almost confirm, it sounds like, he knows.
Who is that? What?
That's how Pecker took it. Right? They actually asked Pecker.
Yeah, wouldn't you, if you didn't know, wouldn't you deny it? I mean, it's human nature to look towards what's the natural reaction. And his natural, Donald Trump's natural reaction was not, what are you talking about? Who is that? I mean, if you think about Trump meeting all of these, quote, beautiful women all the time, he didn't say who. He's like, she's a nice lady, or she's a beautiful lady. I mean, that's the thing that makes Pecker so credible. My mentor and friend, Donald Trump, still. I mean, consider what Pecker's been through. He's lost money with Trump, right? He's been shafted by him. He's gone through the FEC, the SDNY, the Manhattan DA. I mean, dude's not even at the National Enquirer anymore, I think, because of all of this. And what does he get for it? He's still my friend and mentor. And so the credibility of Pecker is powerful because the jury's like, this guy didn't have an axe to grind. And you'll notice that during Planche's closing, he didn't attack David Pecker. He didn't go after them. He actually went after, interestingly, some smaller kind of role players that we heard from, like Madeleine Westerhout, for example. But otherwise, Pecker was there.
And Yasmin, what else was on that phone call? Remind us.
Yeah, so I think we got to kind of connect the dots here and why it's so incredibly important, the portions in which they want read back when it came to these jury instructions, along with what we're hearing and what we're going to be hearing from the testimony that was read back to them as well. So there was the phone call that you guys recounted, right? This investor meeting in which Pecker got this phone call from Donald Trump. He steps out. Donald Trump says, what do you think about Karen McDougal? She's a nice girl, so on and so forth. What should I do? Pecker says, I think you should pay her. Donald Trump says, well, I don't normally pay people. And he says, well, I think this time you should. He said, okay, you're going to hear from Michael Cohen, right? Then fast forward to this other phone conversation happening with between David Pecker and Michael Cohen. And they're talking about buying Karen McDougal's life rights. And essentially, and I'm paraphrasing here once again, David Pecker says, well, how am I going to be paid back? Who's going to, give me this money back? And Cohen says, well, the boss is going to take care of you. Well, then Pecker is asked, well, who did you take the boss to mean? And he said, Donald Trump. I took the boss to mean Donald Trump. The reason why I think this is so incredibly important, these portions, along with, of course, this infamous Trump Tower meeting that you all have been talking about and we've been talking about really over the last 6 weeks or so, where the prosecution alleges this entire scheme began, is when you listen to the jury instructions, especially when it comes to the limiting instructions with regards to David Pecker's testimony, Michael Cohen's testimony, right, how to assess them as being credible or not, and accomplice as a matter of law, i.e. Michael Cohen as that accomplice. Those three things together, along with the portions of the testimony that they are asking to be read back to them, I think tells us a lot about where the minds of this jury is. Again, to take you inside that courtroom once again, Anna, quickly, we got a lot of notes being taken, multiple pages now being turned over. The foreperson, though, by the way, juror number one, the first juror to be chosen here when this jury was impaneled, not notably taking notes, looking directly at Judge Juan Merchan as he is reading out these jury instructions, but himself not taking notes.
Everybody has their own style, their own way of, really sinking in that information into their being. Right now, they're talking about the New York election law predicate, and that's page 30 for those who may be following along. They have to get to page 35 for the read back on the jury instructions before they move on to the testimony that they've requested to rehear. Catherine, why can't they just take the testimony back to the jury room with them?
That's not allowed in New York State Court. There's the only judge I know in that courthouse who ever did it was when the defense and the prosecution allowed it. But most of the judges in that courthouse are like, no, we're not doing that. And I'm old school. I want them to come out and ask the judge for the law. I don't want them to figure it out themselves. So if he has to, as he's doing now, read it back in his way, and they really respect him, I want them to hear it from him, not someone who says, I'll tell you what the law means when they're back. Someone could still be saying that when they go back into the deliberation, but it's just not allowed in New York State.